Hey cookies, and welcome back. So today I'm going to tell you a real life horror story that happened to me and my sister one day, like probably 5 years ago, 4 years ago. It was a while ago. First of all, I need to tell you guys that at the time we had a person that lived across the street that did some bad things in the past, and they are going to remain unnamed. So one day my friend came over, so V decided to come over and have a play date, and so we had a play date and it was really fun. And then her parents weren't going to be able to come for a while, so she would be picked up a long time after dark. So we get kind of bored at the house because by this point she's been here for hours, and being little kids, we didn't know what to do. So we decided to go play outside, but by this time it was dark. It was really, really dark outside. And so we just were like, let's go play in the woods in the dark. It'll be fun, And so that's what we did. We went outside and played in the woods behind our house in the dark. Smartness. We're playing out there. We all have our flashlights and we're having fun, as little kids do. And then at some point, V says, "Oh my gosh, guys, I just heard footsteps. I think someone's following us." But my sister and I, we did not hear these footsteps, and we just thought she was being her normal self. She's a very lovable person. I love her very much. She's still a friend, but she lives kind of far away, so we don't really get to see her that often. But maybe she'll see this video, I don't know. Hello, you know who you are. And we just thought she was being her normal self, which is she tends to be over dramatic about some things, but we all are at times. So we're just like, oh, that's typical V, making up something to scare us, And so we're running around, we're still playing, we still have our flashlights, and we're like kind of peeking around trees and stuff to see where the bad guy is who's following us. And so at one point we're stopping, and then my sister's like, wait, I hear it too. I hear the footsteps too. And at this point, I'm kind of getting scared because it's dark, and of course, lives next door. V and my sister both claimed to hear something, and I'm like, okay, now they're both messing with my head. They're both in on it. They're in on something. And so I'm like, guys, you gotta stop messing with me. This is actually starting to freak me out. And my sister's like, no, I actually heard something. And V is there like, yeah, we actually heard something. I'm telling the truth. And at this point, I'm just like, can this be over with? Can they stop pretending? There's no one out there. So we start walking again, and then I hear footsteps, and I'm like, guys, you guys weren't kidding. There are footsteps. And so now we're all freaked out. And so we run back to the house, and as we start running, we hear the footsteps following us. And we're all freaked out and everything, and we're running and running and running, and oh man, it was terrifying. We all had adrenaline, doing adrenaline things to our bodies, and we were terrified. So we get to the edge of the woods in our backyard, and there's this wall. I'll insert a little clip of it right here. There's a wall, and it's like a really high wall. It's like a 5-foot drop, but we all jump over it because we're just so scared. We just fly over it, and we go into the house, and then we're all panicked. We're telling Mom, and she's not believing any of us, but we're all panicked. We're all terrified. We're all scared. And so we look out the window, and we just see this man just standing there, and he has a hood over his face, and he has boots on, and we can't see who he is, but he's just standing there. And then we run back to Mom, and we were like, look outside, there's a man out there. And she's like, no, there's not. And then she goes to look, and there's no one there. And we're all like, but he was just there. We all saw him. And so we were scared. Mom just told us, don't go outside. If you think there's a man out there, just don't go outside. And I'm at this point convinced that it's, so we're scared, we're terrified. And then we hear a car door outside. And we're all like, oh no, the scariness goes on. And so we all go to the front of the house and we're just standing there. And we go out and there's V's grandmother standing next to my dad, who is in a hoodie and shoes that looked kind of like boots, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't put two and two together at that moment, but I'm sure you guys have figured it out now. And then later that night, we told Dad, and he's just laughing and laughing. He's like, that was me, you know, and I was trying to scare you guys, and I laugh about it now, and it's funny now, but in the moment, when you're being chased through the woods at night, it's pitch black, there's trees, it's very stimulating, and it's very scary. I thought I would die, honestly. I definitely at least thought that I would poop my pants. So, that is my personal little horror story. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week. Bye, cookies. I love you.